Once again. Once again. I've got a story. I've got a story.
But it was not fine.
So, for Mother's Day, I kind of made my family play a video game, and we beat it.
Which video game?
Exit 8, which I've brought
Oh,
up
okay.
this show before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like a fun idea because for those who are not in the know, Exit 8 is a spot the difference game where you walk down a hallway, and if there is a difference, you walk forward. If there is no difference, you go backwards. Otherwise, you're just in this looping hallway. And I just kind of kept yelling at my family, "Do I go forward or do I go back? Do I go forward or do I go back? I'm so scared. I'm so scared we're gonna die." And then they had to pick.
See, I really want to get a group together and play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
That's not hard to do. Like, it's all feasible. You just have to say it, and then people do it.
So let's...
Like,
make it real.
the example for me is, do you think my family had a choice, or did I pop it on and then just start yelling at people? Hey, what are we doing?
Knowing
And
you,
they would
you
say,
just
"Sounds like
popped
it."
it on and started yelling at people.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, half the time they were like, "What are we doing?" And I'm like, "Tell me if the hallway looks all right. Is there anything weird?" And then by again, we went through pretty easy, and we by the end, my 92-year-old grandmother was totally on board. My mom was on board. My sister was on board. We beat it. My grandmother, she actually is deathly afraid of the dark. And
Oh.
we got one of the hallways where, as we're walking forward, the lights just cut out, and she goes, "I don't like this. Go backwards." And I'm like, "Yeah, go backwards."
I mean, was this like that Kojima game with
PT.
Yeah, PT? You kept having me play and we kept dying.
PT actually has more of a formula you're supposed to kind of like mess with. This one is pretty much just like either the hallway is normal or the hallway is not. And there are some like, oh, the posters on the wall are wrong, and those are like annoying. But sometimes an access door on the right is bleeding. And sometimes there is a human who's painted like the wall who then chases you. So
Oh, that's
there are
awesome.
Not
yes,
weird
there
at
are
all.
there are more fun ones, and I think that's where it shines, when it's just like, oh, you missed the tiles were slightly different. Then I'm like, it's not fun anymore. I wish it was more about the spooks and the like I wish there was more variation on the spook. But the game is like, it's like a very short game, so I just wish there was like more variations on that. And then I also was just like super excited. I still want to go. I'm still waiting for the price to drop on the on-demand because the movie is now streaming. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna get into that.
And it's called Exit 8?
Exit
8.
Exit 8. Okay.
Yeah. I think you and Kelly would enjoy it for you could do it within like an hour, half an hour.
Yeah, that is sort of our thing. That's in our wheelhouse.
I mean, even in that, and I bet you if you do it with Kelly and then you do a separate session with the kids, I think that both would be pretty funny. Like you would just sit them down and then just literally just start yelling at them, "Guys, what are we doing?" Yeah, they would get.
You don't think that would cause any panic attacks?
Yeah,
I guess it depends on what kind of kid you have, right?
Yeah, and they wouldn't tell me. They would tell somebody years from now.
They would tell the therapist. Yeah, that's how it works.
Huh. Makes perfect sense.
Gotta ensure future therapists have a career.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then on the plus side, that adds to the beat list too. I was like, hell yeah, got it on the beat list.
He
I feel
got
like-
it on the beat list.
I feel like we're not far removed from robotherapy.
Yeah.
That game also is pretty good, but I don't want to play that one.
No.
It was
One-
all right. I mean, it
No.
was fine, but
It was
visual
breezy.
novel.
It was
Yeah,
just
it was
a
pretty
little.
breezy.
yeah.
Is it me or this year kind of weak for games?
It's just you.
I don't know
Like, what
what's
is it-
come out this year.
That's
It's
kind of what I'm
literally
saying.
just Alex.
What new games, Getty, were you into this year? New games that came out this year?
New?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
Yes, Resident Evil 9. Sure. What else?
This year,
Yes.
I got like 3 more games that I'm waiting on. So I'll tell you
Okay.
when those happen.
But that's kind of what I'm saying is that it's kind of like Resident Evil, like Resident Evils are generally across the board good, but they're not game of the year category usually, right? They're not really up for a super debate. They're not top 5. And right now the year, like the top 5 has like Resident Evil up there, meaning that there's not a whole lot of like things.
So what is
blowing
it?
up.
Pragmata, Resident Evil, Saros,
Yes.
probably what? Pocopia? I thought that was great.
I forgot about Pocopia.
Pocopia, yes. Pocopia is probably number
Uh,
1, I would say, from people.
Yeah, there's got to be something else. What does the internet say?
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying is that there's not a ton, and it's kind of that's kind of the thing is that like wow, this year's kind of weak because I'm somebody that gets the FOMO and I buy games when they're full price because I'm an idiot and I have not felt any urge to buy any of these games.
The only one that's been in the back of my brain was Chain Staff. Heard there's a little bit of buzz about Chain Staff. It's it's a 2D platformer with a grapple hook,
Oh,
and
yeah, okay,
apparently it's very good grapple hook. So
okay. That was Sanabi
good.
was really good grapple. Sanabi was very good grapple hook. Yeah, sure. That's been a good buzz. But even like the indie games, all the indie games I've heard are like, oh yeah, it's all right. Like the people were talking about that. It's oh man, I'm drawing a blank on it. The where you're playing a board game, but it's evil and kind of meta. But they did that for Solitaire.
Okay.
And people are like, yeah, it's good. Inscription. It's like Inscription, but Solitaire. But people are like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's pretty good. It's a good one of those.
we get to the point where it becomes a genre and everything kind of feels derivative at some point.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is like even the indie games, I'm kind of seeing some very like, oh yeah, what was the other? Oh, the other one was the coin pusher, right? Racoin.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's Balatro, but the coin pusher, and even then people are like, it doesn't have the Balatro juice.
It's got
And
the
the new
juice.
It doesn't. But
And the vampire crawlers, people are saying like it's good. Doesn't have the vampire survivor juice.
and it happens.
I think those offshoot games, I like that they make attempts like that. I think they're in a position where people are going to buy what they make if it's related to vampire survivors.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, does it have the same juice as like I was trying to say?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, even like Mixtape, which was supposed to be like the indie game that's gonna like tear at your heartstrings, like this is gonna be the game that's gonna blow you away, and that one people are like, yeah, it's all right. Not maybe my experience, but that's fine. You know, it's like okay, yeah. Like I want to play Mixtape. That was the one I was looking forward to, and then I heard the discourse around it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want something that just is so blatantly like we're gonna give you the nostalgia right now to your dome, and it's like that doesn't seem awesome.
Nostalgia to your dome.
You gotta take it to the dome.
Do you
like the-
though?
You take it to the fridge.
All right, I think we have to start the episode.
I guess.
Because I said take it to the fridge.
No, probably because we've been rambling for quite a bit here.
To the bridge.
Welcome
To the
to
fridge.
session
the windows.
313 of Super GG Radio. We're friends, chat about
Were you
video
G's in the
games and all
chat?
things adjacent. I am your host,
Were you
Eric Petty Gettinger. It is once again anime. So this episode is going to be dedicated to finding Alex his waifu. Won't you join us, Internet,
We've been
and help Alex find his
Yeah.
waifu?
Yeah, that's been a thing this weekend, was trying to figure out who my Faye Valentine?
Is that your answer?
That seems right, but also feels bad. Like she would sell my kidneys.
Probably.
Yeah.
Also,
Question
with us,
is
I mean,
whether or
you-
not she would make you be conscious when she extracted them.
It
No.
depends on how mad she is at me.
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't. He would be out.
Keep going, Getty.
Yeah. Also with us, a man who has no idea what the concept of a waifu is. Joel DeWitt.
Is that like those big like pillows with the anime girls stamped on that? Is that a
It
waifu?
can be.
Okay.
I mean,
Sure can be.
that not directly, but kinda.
Okay.
Kinda.
It's usually the character that
It's more
Is
like
on
it's who's the anime woman that you would want to marry? There you go.
I'm good.
But that's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what a wife
No.
is.
no incriminating evidence found.
Nope.
And lastly, Alec Parks, who I think he's seriously debating who his waifu is.
Yeah. I mean, so there's the problem with anime is that you've got these 4,000-year-old women who look like they're 12, and I don't want anything to do with any of that.
What anime are you watching, sir?
Byron the Wanderer?
Well, that might be why you're getting that. I mean, I was thinking like, it'd be a good one, that lady, the lieutenant from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Age appropriate in all ways.
Absolutely.
Visually as well as actual age. That's why like don't know why you went there, Alec.
Because it's
Well, because
problematic.
that's the
Anime
hot
is
anime.
weird.
That's the hot anime right now. It makes you feel. It gives you the feels, right, Alec?
I've
Right in the feels.
only actually seen images. I've never seen this show.
Oh, really?
He's not even
Yeah.
watching it. Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Alec, what was the last anime you watched? I think me and Getty are the only current anime watchers.
Ooh, I watched a couple episodes of Black Clover.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, that's a weird choice.
I mean, you
That's
know.
correct. I watched Dragon Ball Super with the kids not too long, and Daima actually.
Okay,
weren't bad.
okay.
They're okay.
Here he
I
is.
watched the first episode of Fooly Cooly again recently. That's
How's
Good.
that feel?
Great.
I was showing it to my partner. I was like, "It's one of the best. It's one of the best." I show it to her, and I'm like, "I don't know exactly what's happening, but some stuff is popping off right now." She's like,
Yeah.
things are happening." I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. It's a pretty cool show."
Like 3-minute long argument about how Gundam is different from giant robot anime. They're two different things.
Getty, did you hear that in new Forza, one of the races is you racing a Gundam?
I did not hear that.
Yeah.
New Forza, that came out this year.
Yeah,
Did.
but does
They're saying
it
it.
matter?
I mean,
For
people
Alex,
are saying
it does.
it's really good. No, not for me.
All right, so
Phil's
here's the
really
problem that Alex is running into. It is almost June, which means that he needs to submit his article for the best games that came out this year. And that is not going to happen.
Do I submit
He's
an
looking at
article?
us. He's looking at us for help.
No, I think that's more. That's
Well,
a weak
he's
year.
screwed.
Yep.
It's a weak ass year. An ass year, really. Just like
No,
our
we're not doing that again.
I mean, you should probably
double
write-
ass episode.
Not
probably
done right.
No.
half your articles about something like that.
We cheeked up here. We cheeked.
I mean,
This is
that's
an
what he's
this
going
is
to
an
have to
ass
start
year.
doing.
It's the
He's,
year of the ass.
he's
Oh yeah. Wait, what? Hold on. I said,
I
"Oh
was-
yeah," without even realizing. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
he's deep in there. You remember what I said yesterday when we were looking at those souped up cars, Alex, with the sick wraps on them?
They had some sick raps.
Yeah,
There was some.
that's what you need on your car now. Just a big old booty.
A rap of his waifu.
Bent over.
He actually said, say that. He
Maximum-
actually said, "Hey Alex, one of these is your waifu." He did say that.
That is not what I said. What I said probably should not be repeated.
Keeping it holy now.
Yeah. Well, let's keep
Getty,
it.
Getty, what do we do? What do we do on this show?
Nothing. We talk about waifus and now asses. That's the only two things we talk about.
I can get behind that.
Pogs.
Pun intended.
The more I say pogs, the more Getty gets uncomfortable.
I'm fine. I know what it means,
Me too.
Joel.
Joel does not, and he's okay with it.
It's a game. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you gotta slam it.
Yeah, he's
Getty,
slamming
you
something,
gotta
all right.
move aside. No, now we gotta move on. Getty, you have to move. You gotta go. You gotta go.
We're gonna go to early adopters, where we play alphas, betas, and games. They're just roguelike games. They're just rogue
I wish
games.
we had theme music just so we could move further away from Alex's comment.
It's too bad.
More gap.
We can't.
We just need more gap.
I
can't
disagree. We do not need any more gap. Get
Keep
rid of
going,
the
keep going.
gap.
He's getting real
Kitty,
close
what
up on
game-
it.
Kenny, what games did we play?
We played some rogue games. What do you like better? Something set in an office or something set in a spaceship? Let's give everybody nightmares. Let's go and talk about our favorite office job that we played this week called Manifesto.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all
I like
like running a company and maximizing value for the shareholders? Well, we got the game for you, and it's called Manifesto. Joel, take it away.
You know, as we all know, humans are just a resource, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And really, their whole purpose is to be a desk jockey, putting in inputs of their time and then giving outputs of widgets. You use those widgets to make sales because money. And then because money, your shareholders get revenue and stock buybacks. But then you have to now make more money. So you
Never go
fire
up.
your old dead waste to then hire better makers of widgets and then marketing people. And man, isn't that a cool Instagram post where you misspelled the name of a city in it?
Yeah.
I liked hiring the nerds.
Yeah. And you know, you give them perks like water or a place to sit during a lunch break. And
Plant.
it's just,
That's
You
perfect.
forgot plant.
It's plant. How could I forget plant? It's like working at Google, really. You know, it's just blessed. You are blessed.
People really aren't grateful enough.
I mean, you can always put them in the black hole when they're not being grateful.
You can put
Burn
them in the
into
black hole.
dust. You can put them in the black hole. I did that multiple times. So you get desks, and you fill the desks with people, and the people produce a product that will make your number go up over time. Go ahead, Alec.
But depending upon difficulty will depend upon what combination of leads and closes you need to make a sale.
Right. And the standard version is that it's a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So one token of each.
You guys
kind
got more out of
goes
this game
gold.
than I did. I saw this symbol meant this thing, other symbol meant other thing, and I just put people randomly.
Oh no, you have to maximize your healers on the row and the column
true, too.
in your grid, so that way nobody gets burned out and leaves.
right?
Well, until you
just-
I
start
didn't know-
firing them left and right.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know what you guys are referring
you
to.
gotta just have that perfect line of just like being so exhausted, but not enough to quit.
Yes.
You know.
Yep.
You just
Keep them in the
max them
yellow.
out. That's right.
Mm.
That's right.
See, I got kind
I
of
don't-
ballsy and gambled a bit. I did a bunch of the guys that could give you leads or sales, and then a couple of times it was just like 200 leads, like maybe 110 sales, and that's soul crushing right there.
You
Oof.
guys are kind of you're playing a joke on the old Alex, aren't you?
No.
This is the game.
I'm so
How many
confused
weeks-
because I was actually gonna say I don't think this game explained much of anything to me
It-
at all, and now
has-
I'm like super confused.
You know
about this
that you could
entire
also work on synergy with the people that you hired so that they would be even more productive.
Yes.
Sure, how? All there was
Don't
were
even
symbols.
Get me started with leveling up. It was all
Leveling
right
up your
there.
business.
Where?
On the
In the
upper
game.
left-hand side in the pause menu.
You mean the symbols?
Yeah.
The synergy. Yeah, that too.
The symbols did what?
They added a percentage to whatever your worker normally did, and those
What do my
workers
workers do?
Well, they produce
one worker made
leads
a green,
or sales.
One worker made a green, one worker made a pink.
Yes, you need a pink and a
then
green.
occasionally there was one worker that made a blue.
Yes.
Yes, that was a nerd.
These are colors.
But what did
So-
he do? He made a blue.
So the pink and the green, when you have one of each, it creates a sale, and that gets tallied up at the end of the day. But you need one
But
pink
you
and one
can't.
green.
But you don't combine those numbers, which is also confusing.
No, it does that on
No.
its own. But you need to have the workers producing an equal number of greens and pinks.
To maximize your revenue.
Otherwise, you've got extra leads and no sales, or you've got all of these things to sell and nobody to
Stop
buy
using
them.
those words that they don't use in the game. Pink. It's reds or pink. It's greens or pinks.
They they definitely use those in the game,
They do.
in the explanation. And your blue.
Where was there an
your-
explanation?
Your blue that was used to upgrade your company.
Yes.
And that was just like innovations. You could think of them as innovations.
But then you also get the yellows, and the yellows I understood were for buying more people.
Or more desks.
Or
more
you
desks, yes.
can
Or
upgrade
you can
potential
reset your pool
candidates.
of people and upgrade your pool of people. I understood all that. But the greens and the pinks were a currency that accumulated but didn't like combine to an actual number that made sense. Kind of gave me a total randomly, and then I would either win or not.
Well,
I don't think that Alex is cut out for the corporate lifestyle.
no.
I mean, that's how business works. You know, you get the greens and then you get the pinks, right?
I have so many comments that are inappropriate.
Probably in that
Mm-hmm.
order.
You've been out of control this whole episode, Alex. And we were like 10
This
minutes
isn't
in.
even the assisode. This is assisode
Yeah.
adjacent.
I'm being fully serious. I was ready to come in and go. They really didn't explain much in this game at all, and I was just confused. I got to like, I got okay. Like how much? What would you guys die at?
I
Week
only
4.
got to 7,500.
I got up to week 3 and I was like, no, this is good. I'm going to wishlist it.
Which was what mount?
I don't remember.
So I got at the one after. I died at the one after 7,500.
Hmm.
Which
Yes.
again also begs to the question what I'm like. So I was just doing the thing and things just occurred and either I won or I didn't.
Yeah.
So was it 20?
Yes, it was 20.
It was 20, and then after that, it was some insane number that I was like, there's no way I can reach this.
Like I wanted to wish list this, but I also understood that I would not understand because I was like this game because we got this is one of the ones that we've worked with Raw Fury before on their games. This is a Raw Fury joint, and also at the same time we talked to somebody from Raw Fury pretty occasionally, pretty
Raw
not
furry?
occasionally,
Whoa, dude.
What?
Fury.
Raw
you-
furry.
So I was
is
like,
a
I was like,
different
I might
kind of
email
convention.
our friend
hours?
at Raw Fury and tell him that this game needs a little bit better tutorialization, but it sounds like it's just a me thing.
It's a you thing.
You think?
It's a you thing.
That's so weird.
Everybody else got it in
So
one.
weird. That's so weird.
My
Why
only
is that weird?
actual
This
gripe
is-
about this is that it felt like a phone game.
I could see that. Yeah.
So while I've wishlisted it, if it's over $10, no.
Okay.
I
15.
I think 15's fair, and it would also depend on what
15 is the new 10, Alec.
Oh,
the game modes look like after. I mean, it's just the one game mode where you. But
It
I
seemed
would
like
be
there were
interested to
unlocks,
see
though. It seemed like there were
Yeah.
unlocks.
yeah.
what kind of unlocks you can get, and that's really what's going to make it or break it for me. Is if it feels like it is a totally new game when you try the different like administrators.
The different CEOs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't this like, and again, I like this one. I like this one quite a bit, but I was also like, I can't wish this knowing that I'm not gonna. The systems aren't gonna work.
This game was very intuitive. It made sense, and I think it did a good job of explaining what you were doing and how to achieve it. So
This is all so confusing to me. This is all so confusing.
I mean,
It's like, oh, they gave me a whole like I don't know what these words are. Weird. Okay, I'm just gonna move forward.
do what you got to do, man.
Did you
Until
jump in on
then-
like the hardest difficulty, or did you jump in on easy?
I told you I got pretty far.
That doesn't tell me anything.
No, it was normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It only
I got
had
pretty
normal.
far. Just
I thought the easy was an option too.
Who plays on easy?
I do.
No,
Oh.
yeah, like, no.
Oh,
If I want to
Oh.
get the feel of the game, easy is where it's at, because then you get to go
That's
through.
not how that works.
No,
Oh yeah,
No,
that's not how
you
that
get to
works.
enjoy
No.
the writing, the mechanics. You don't have
No,
to.
you don't get the no. They actually will purposely limit the mechanics.
yeah.
A lot of games
Uh.
will actually say like we've removed mechanics so that you could just enjoy the story. Like it's
Yeah.
always, if you look at it, normal is always what developer intended for the full experience.
That's how I understand it.
Now, if you want the story mode and you just want some story, I get that. That makes sense all the time. I've done that. Well, no. I
And if
haven't
you
done it,
hate
but
yourself, you play with me.
yeah, you play with Getty.
See, I have heard
What?
some devs say that hard is actually the way they intended it, and some normals are
Depends.
just
It-
merciless at points.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is that it all depends on the developer. If a
Yeah.
developer's making like a hard ass game, then that's kind of what they're saying. Yeah, but most people norm is how they like. In fact, there are a lot of games that normal they'll actually say parentheses. This is what the game
Yeah.
is meant to be played. Joel, you got any comments on this?
On what?
On
Hard-ass
hard
games.
mode, normal.
Oh,
anything?
oh.
You talk-
Nah. You play regular and then you give up when you get stuck.
That's
There you go.
the
There's
Joel
your answer.
DeWitt way.
That's right.
Do you know what is another way you
Where's
could
this
play?
going?
You could play.
You know what's hard mode?
With lots of
trying to describe
particulates.
this name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Particulatics.
go ahead. One more
I
time.
just said it. Particulatics.
Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I mean,
I'll allow it.
particulatics. Yeah.
He could tell that I was
You
staying
play.
away from moving to the next game because I did not want to try and pronounce that.
I'll try to pronounce it all day. This one was actually sent by the developer.
Okay.
All right. This is Particulatics. It's a kind of top-down bullet hell shooter in the vein of like a Geometry Wars, with how it's like kind of a simple like art style design, and the kind of big, I want to say one of the big mechanics is that on the play field you will see different squares and rectangles that will have like double damage, double experience leveling up, and you can like get into those fields and take out enemies doing a lot more damage and stuff like that. But then the fields will move, and so that's kind of fun that the square you're on will just shift, and now you're in a rectangle for something else, and you want to use those to your advantage. And then there are different types of weapons. Reloading, you have to think about. There's a lot of like particles on screen, and of course it's a grid that will like move and morph around certain bullets and explosions and things that are happening on screen. So it's a kind of a lot going on visually. Is that how you would describe it, Getty?
Yeah, I think that's exactly how I would describe it. You're in your little spaceship, you're moving around the map, managing your ammunition because you have to consider that there's reloads. You also have a super ability that you can fire off, and that will also depend on the weapons that you've selected. Once your experience bar reaches the level up portion, you get to pick between three. I believe the standard when it starts out is 3 different tracks, but I definitely got an unlock to have 4, but I didn't end up playing any further than the first playthrough. So you can get like some pretty crazy upgrades, like a vampire one. That one upset me a little bit because so each of the tracks is generally like the first level is going to be something helpful. So like increased speed was one of them. The vampire one always seemed to show up for me, and then just like something else. Oh, it's a mine.
Yeah. I had
One
a
of them was called
cursor
It's a Mine.
one that would attract experience from the cursor.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's a laser. You can just choose a laser.
Ooh, I didn't see
Yeah.
the laser.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the experience. Oh,
There's
I
still
like
more to
that
see.
one.
But to your point, the vampirism one, you have 3 hit points in this game.
Yep.
And vampirism has a 1 in 256 chance of giving
Yep.
you a hit point when you kill an enemy, which is
Now,
astronomically
if you could get-
low.
If you could get
Yes.
it leveled up enough, then you would eventually get to the top track of that, which I believe was called like true vampirism, and then it was much more favorable, but not.
But you'd have
not
to like
flipping
start
up.
like grinding that one out for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, leveling up was tedious. If you weren't using the double experience, whew, it took a long time.
Yeah.
But
and
that's why
so-
you have to use the environments.
Well,
Continue on.
Yeah.
So you've got this grid that you're playing on, and monsters are moving across it and towards you and whatever, and you're in a fixed 2 XP zone. So you have to either get the XP close enough to you that it follows you back to the 2 XP zone, or you have to time your kill so it drops on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter
And the
where you kill it, it matters where you are when the event happens.
It's a big like cloud of experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Joel, what did you think of it?
I think it's very aesthetically pleasing. Despite all the visual noise, I didn't have much trouble keeping track of myself between the different moving targets and the grid lines they add. And there's just a lot of great visual spectacle. The experience sort of, that item that Alec was talking about, it just sort of floated to you in like, little specks, and it wasn't like orbs or anything too visually daunting. The combat, it ratcheted up in difficulty a little quicker than
Oh,
I
yeah.
anticipated maybe. Might be a skill issue, but I wouldn't hate it if the difficulty progressed a little slower, or at least, I don't know. I also didn't. This is the one where I didn't quite intuitively figure out everything, including the upgrades. And there's probably meant to be a little bit of pawing around for this game. So I
actually felt very similar. I thought both of these games this week, I was like, man, I am having some trouble understanding how these games function.
Did you play with a controller or keyboard and mouse?
Keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
I tried both, and maybe the key bindings were somewhere in the settings that I didn't see. I struggled with knowing what buttons did what on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out keyboard and mouse.
Well, one was left click, one was right click.
Yeah,
it was left click and right click.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
It's more the fact that I didn't see, like, I was so focused on like all the shooting and stuff. I didn't see that I had 3 hearts. I didn't see like like I knew what weapon I had and what my special was, but I did not know how often I could use it and also where it was to say what my weapon was. So it was like one of those things that like I don't fully get, and like it took me even a minute to realize how to know when I was reloading, because it was like kind of tiny font in like all of the like explosions. It was like a little tiny word underneath that just says reloading very slowly, like it's reloading itself. I'm like, oh, okay. But it took me a minute because I'm like, I can hardly see that in all of the explosions. But again, you guys were able to figure it out over time, right?
Yeah, I did like 3 runs total.
Okay. Yeah, so I think I just probably needed to like pay more attention. I get easily overwhelmed with the bullets and the particulates.
And the hell.
Particulates? Yeah, so it's a little tricky. Yeah, but still very cool. Did you guys wish this one?
It's still open on my screen. I haven't decided.
Yeah, I think that like there is a new wave of like these bullet hell shooters that are like kind of still like going high, like going hard on it. Like what was wasn't there one this year that came out that everyone like, or last year that one everyone loved? I'm trying to remember what it was.
Was that Mini Shoot Adventures?
No.
Okay.
There was another one recently that was like really big, and I'm trying to remember what it was, but I'll remember.
He's gonna find it.
I'm sure in like a minute.
He's got.
I'm not trying to, but at the same time, Sectori.
Okay.
So Sectori is a very similar vein, but this is again an indie developer, a small team. You know, Sectori I think is small too, but still like this is like a new thing that's coming out. I think that Particulatics is definitely one people should check out, especially with the way the way everything is exploding.
That's good. All right.
So
Did it
again, since we're talking other things, just small qualm with this, and maybe it's because it's a demo. It all felt the same every time I went through a run. It was the same pattern of monsters. It was the same movement of the zones. It was the same zones available, so it just never felt different.
Was it meant to be randomly generated?
I don't know. It's a roguelite, it says, so I expect some randomness, not just difficulty and redo the same thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Something to think about.
Yeah, it's good to know.
All right, let's go ahead and run through some freebies here.
Yep,
before
I'm ready.
We really take a break.
Oh, I thought you were
know
going to
that we
leave an
need it.
opening with ass for that.
Freebies. These are games that you can get for free. Where can you get them? Well, you'll find out. The first
Let's
one,
go. Let's do it.
Monophobia on Steam.
It's follow a recluse who is the only being left in the world as she struggles with little things in her everyday life. This is a game that was made entirely out of scanned traditional watercolor art.
Ooh,
Cute.
that sounds really pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We've also got Stitchlings on Steam.
Grab a friend and embark on a bite-sized co-op combat adventure, fighting monsters, picking them apart, while you stitch together your uniquely customized Stitchling. This is one of those ones that it kind of looks like you guys are made out of like little felt pieces. In a world of like tiny little set pieces and toys, and you're just fighting off monsters made out of toys and like cardboard floors and paper craft. This is a very cool one of those called Stitchlings.
Cool. I really like the name of this next one, Flesh Forest, on Steam.
Exactly why I picked it. As a park ranger at Rockwell National Park, as is well until
Must mean all as well.
all is well until hikers go missing and you are called in to locate them. Armed with only a rifle and limited ammunition and health, try to survive the horrors of the forest in the first-person found footage action horror game. This is definitely like a pretty cool, like you see like creatures that just look like meat.
Oh boy. Hope
Mhm.
you're ready for some Flesh Forest later this year.
Yeah.
Until then,
What was that other fleshy RPG game you played? A few years back, indie, it was an early access. Said it was
fleshy.
very Fallout-like.
Oh, years, was it? Scorn?
No.
Oh, Scorn, yeah.
But there was another
Yeah.
one. Scorn is very fleshy.
Yeah. I think it's still on my wish list, so I can look into it.
The other fleshy one?
Death Trash.
Oh, Death Trash. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was original Fallout like. Yeah. That was a fun
Yeah.
one.
Jeez. Is this supposed to be
Just spell it.
Ec 8?
ECH8, but it's supposed to look like Echo. Like the 8 when you do it a certain way, it looks like an O. It's a single-player narrative puzzle game about the mystery behind the disappearance of an entire species. Communicate with their past, decide their future. Will you find the truth in time, or are they doomed to repeat the same mistake? Oh, never mind. Get rid of this one. This one's trash. This is only chapter 0. Ouch.
Chapter 0.
Yep.
All right. Next, we got Jackpot Crash Course on Steam.
And you're in a game show starring only criminals. You must gamble against rival players to prove yourself worthy of being pardoned for the wrong deeds. But is this show really proving your innocence? It's a visual novel, but you're doing a lot of gambling in like Vegas different games. So there's slot machine, there's craps, there's some solitaire and some guess the cards. There's a lot of little mini games in it, but it's mostly a visual novel about trying to get out of essentially the casino from hell. Looks pretty cool.
Hey, sorry. I just wanted to...
All right. And
All right.
then we've got
No. Oh.
Playthings on Steam.
I will edit that out. A psychological horror game about testing dolls and determining if they are good or dangerous. This is one of those, you have a toy in front of you, play in a strange location with dolls potentially filled with bloodlust. Uncover secrets about who you are, where you are, and just what is happening. This is all sorts of spooky, scary. Bloody handprints on mirrors, toys that come to life. This is the best. Playthings.
All right. We did it. We made it through the freebies. That means that we deserve a small break.
I don't know
Yeah,
about dessert,
small
but
break.
I'm going to take one.
Well, Sonic said that I could have one.